Okay, I'll press my mute button on my phone. I'm mute here because I want to share screen, and the share screen is yes a recording. Uh, and then I made and I will put it this afternoon. Okay, our first. Nice, nice lah. Kenapa pula? Nice lah, nice lah. Yay. You can't really see my duty on your own device. Again, then you can see bigger. Yeah, nice, right? What's it? Nice lah. Hey, you must see ah. The star, you know, in the video. Huh? How is it ridiculous? It's very nice, eh? I just showed it to Mrs. Wong just now. Yeah, she said, wow, very nice. Nice, nice, right? Okay, so that's our first feature on the channel on my math notebook. Okay, all right. So we will have a next one. Who's the next one? This is the first one, right? So who's going to be the next one? Next feature. One more raising your hand, is it? It will be the next feature. Okay. Now, okay, let me stop this video. Thank you, Nosi, for being a feature. Let me just put this away. Okay. Okay, so thank you, Nosi. You can catch this video this afternoon on my channel. All right, and let's come back to here. Okay, so while we are having some of you, anybody still munching? All right. Okay, so to start off today's China's lesson, I'm going to read you a book. Yeah, I'm going to read you a book. Sorry. Let's test. Okay, I'm going to read you a book. Okay, can you hear? Now this book is called The Cheese Fest. Can you see? Okay, it's a kind of cute book. I will use it for my primary 1 class, but I feel that it's very useful and it has got to do with triangles and quadrilaterals, very relevant to P5 maths as well. Okay, now, so let's take a look at this book. In this book, it's a kid's book, but very pretty, I would say. It says here, it's on composing shapes. Cheese fest. These are the two main characters here. Now, and then you see A times. Okay, let's take a look at it. So this is the story on the cheese fest. And Mrs. Wong helped to borrow this book from our school, from the National Library. Okay, the cheese fest is written by Laurie Haskins Horan and illustrated by Deborah Melmont. Okay, if you like, you can go to the library to borrow this book as well. So, very pretty book. Here shows. It was the most magical time of the year. Cheese Fest. Albert loved Cheese Fest. There were games and crafts and cheesy treats. So many treats. Yeah, let's look at all the treats. I love cheese. Do you like cheese? Yeah. Okay, let's go on to the next page. Here says, this year, Cheese Fest was going to be extra exciting. Albert and Wanda were in charge of face painting. They got to have their own booth. Okay, so lots of shapes here. And their own booth, they saved up this space at the carnival for Albert and Wanda. They are going to have a booth for face painting. Come on, Albert called. Let's go to the card yard. That's where the mice picked up cardboard to build their booths. Relax, said Wanda. I'm sure there's plenty left. So we went to the card yard. See the many shapes here? But Wanda was wrong. The card yard was almost empty. Albert put out his sketch for the booth. He had been working on it all week. And look at what he did. He said for his booth, they needed 6 pieces of cardboard, 2 squares, 2 rectangles, and 2 triangles. The squares were for the sides. The rectangles make up the back and roof. The triangles held the roof up. Can you visualize how it looks like? Putting these shapes together? Yes? Okay. Now, Albert poured through the pile. I found 2 triangles. Ooh. Albert, Wanda said, all the pieces here are all triangles. Well, so we mentioned in our lesson yesterday, the triangles can look different from one another. They can have some triangles having all the same length. What are these kind of triangles? Very good, equilateral triangles. And then some have sides that are different lengths. Can you tell me what kind of triangle is this yellow one? Very good. Right angle triangle. How about this one? Well done. Okay, but the problem here is initially they were going to build their booth with a few other shapes as well, right? Other than triangles. Remember, they wanted to have squares and rectangles. But Albert looked around. It was true. There were no squares and or rectangles anywhere. Only triangles. Now what? Cried Albert. We can't make a whole booth out of triangles. Wanda sighed. We don't have a choice. Uh-oh, then how? Can? Okay. So Wanda scooped up the armful of triangles all in her arm. So did Albert. They trudged to their spot right between Gert grilled cheese and cheesy chairs. So this is Gert's grilled cheese booth and this cheesy chairs booth. Howdy, neighbors, called Gert. Hi, Gert, Albert said glumly. He plopped his triangle on the grass. And Gert came by. Hey, I'm testing out sandwiches for tomorrow, Gert told them. Have a sample. Albert brightened up. Yay, thanks. Looks really yummy. Grilled cheese sandwich, you know? No. Yeah. And Albert looked down at the sandwich. Gert had cut it into 2 wee triangles. More triangles, he sighed. But Wanda poked his arm. Hey, look, the triangles. They are melting back together. Albert looked at the sandwich again, and now he saw something different. What did he see? A square. Triangles can make a square? Albert squeaked. That means we can make the squares for our booth, said Wanda. And look, check this out. Triangles don't all look the same. They make squares in different ways. Can you see? And are you able to identify? Now, the first one here, What kind of triangles are used? Hmm. Isosceles. Very good, huh? Okay, we'll discuss about this in a short while. Okay. Yeah. Is it isosceles or equilateral? Huh? Okay, now let's look at the middle one. The pink one is okay. How about the oranges? The orange? Right angle. Right angle. Okay, this one? Acute. Very good. And these two? Right angle. Okay, very good. So you see, just a square itself can be made out of different triangles. Previously, you probably would have known this a bit. This wasn't difficult, right? All of us can see it. Yes? Now, this is the one that may be a bit challenging. Right? Imagine if you are being asked to find the angles inside this shape. This is what you'll be doing this year. Okay? Yeah. You'll be asked to find the angles and how, by not measuring, by calculating using the properties, just like the previous chapter, to get to the angles. Okay, so they got down the grilled cheese and got to work. Albert taped together triangles to form a square for one side of the booth. And Wanda did the same for the other side. Okay, she tossed the square in the grass, right next to Albert's. Wanda frowned. Now, if only we could figure out how to make a rectangle. Okay, possible? Two of what? Two of the squares, or Leon says four triangles. Albert frowned too. Then he smiled. A big cheesy smile. You just did it, Wanda. He knelt down next to the squares. He pushed them even closer together. Side by side, they looked like one big rectangle. Yes, hooted Wanda. Yes, their minds actually. Yeah, quite cute, right? Squares can combine to make a rectangle, like this. So Ashley says two squares make the rectangle, and then Rion says four triangles. Are you able to see the four triangles? Okay, very good. Then, do you think there'll be other ways? Okay, breathe, breathe. Wanda passed Albert strips of tape. Four triangles became two new squares, and two new squares became one big rectangle. That's the back of our book, Wanda said. Only the roof to go. Albert take two more triangles. Wanda reached for the last two. Wait, said Albert. We need those to hold up the roof. I'll get more triangles. Albert rushed back to the courtyard. It was even emptier than before. Were there any triangles left? Yeah, Albert saw plenty of triangles, but they were tiny. Two of them made a small square, no bigger than their grilled cheese sandwich. That would never work in their room. Just use more. Cute little Albert slumped. They had come so close to finishing the booth, but he just didn't see what else they could do. Okay, so let's think about the good ideas that. Who said that just now? Use many more squares? I think I heard Audi too saying. Albert took the tiny triangles to show Wanda. Bad news. This only makes small. Oh, he stopped. Where do you think he got the idea from? Yes, over Wanda's shoulder, he spotted a chessboard and cheesy chess. That board was a big square made from lots of other squares, lots of small squares. Albert smiled, and an even bigger, cheesier smile than before. We are going to need more tape. And here says small squares can combine to make big squares. Is this new to us? It's not, right? Now, we just did a chapter recently on these squares thing. Do you remember which chapter? Percentage. Very good. Who said that? Very good. Okay, so tell me now, right here. Okay. What percentage of this square is colored orange? 50. Who's that? Who says first? Very good. Ayla. Rion. Okay, well done. How do you know 50%? because it's hard. Okay, well done. Excellent. Okay, then they free tiny triangles became small squares, and small squares became a big square. It was the last square they needed to finish the roof. Yeah, so colorful, right? So pretty. We did it! We made a whole roof out of triangles! Albert beamed. I love it! Wanda said, but I don't want to see another triangle for a while. Small squares and big square can combine to make a triangle. A rectangle, sorry. Okay. Hey, but how come squares? Just like I said, I made a mistake. I said small squares and big square can make a triangle. And then I said, oh, no, 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 cannot. So is it can or cannot? Cannot. Why cannot? Why cannot? Can I use squares and rectangles to make triangles? I cannot. Why, Atisha, why cannot? Okay, so the first point is that. But then again, well, you see, I use so many squares, there are so many sides, right? I can still make a four-sided figure by putting them together. I can just make a bigger triangle. But the very good. Wen Hao say a very important point. Do you hear what I say? He says you can't use squares and rectangles to make triangles, not just because of the sides, but he said the corners wouldn't work. Why wouldn't the corners work? Why wouldn't the corners work? Because triangles, they will have at least the three corners. What will happen to the three corners? At most, they will have how many right angle? Only one. Or right angle triangles only have one. Remember? See? Most of the triangles, even obtuse triangles, all the angles, only the right triangle has one right angle. Correct? All the rest of the triangles, they don't have corners, they are right. But for squares and rectangles, they are all right corners. So you'll never be able to use them to make triangles. But then you can use triangles to make a lot of shapes. So what other shapes, other than squares and rectangles, what do you think they can use triangles to make? A bigger triangle, very good. I can say a bigger triangle. A quadrilateral, like square rectangle. Like what else? Okay. Yeah? So the next day, Albert and Wanda had the busiest booth at the cheese fest. Albert greeted all the mice and Wanda painted their faces. This is awesome, Albert said. Yes, yes, said Wanda. But Albert, you'll never guess what everybody wants me to paint. Cheese. Triangle. Okay? Oh, okay. So that's the end of the story. It's quite a nice story, right? I thought it's really interesting and cute. Then even some suggestion on what are the activities in. Okay? When we get to the chapter of quadrilaterals after the exam, we will be looking at this. Okay, so these are, can you see this one? This is what Akil just said. I can use small triangles and make an even bigger triangles. And here you can see these are two other quadrilaterals we'll be learning this year. Okay, at P5, this one is called a parallelogram. What do you think this parallelogram looks like? Yeah, you cut it still looks like, huh? It looks like a compass pointer. Oh, yes, that's true. Yeah. Yes, the opposites are parallel. Okay, then you have this one called a trapezoid. Yeah, so in P5 in Singapore, we call trapezium. Okay, so in our last chapter, this is what we'll be doing a lot. And then one of the challenge will be also to find the angles inside these shapes. Yeah. We'll be talking about the rhombus also. Okay, so do you like the story? I thought it was quite cute. This is Mouse Math series. They have altogether 24 different books. Really cute. Okay, and this one is on shapes. Very relevant to what we are doing. Okay, so that's that. I still look forward to anybody who would like to be part of the video, just like No Sin's one. So nice. I really think it's very nice. See? I think I will, I will replay at least 10 times. Hey, it's really very nice, really. Okay. The even more important part is that the notebook is really well done. Yeah, the notebook is really really well done. Okay, so I really urge you to try to keep keep a book like this for your notes. When you go primary 6, it will really benefit you. So your friends are using this giant textbook, very thick. Next year you have. Do you think you'll be able to read like from primary 1 to 6 textbook? No, it's very not going to be easy at all. But if you have a yeah, but if you have a notebook, it really helps a lot better. Okay, so anyway, I do look forward to anybody want to do up a video for your notebook. Okay, very good. We have what our next feature. Sabrina, raise her hand. Okay, we'll do it. Ralph, want to do it? You raise your hand. Are you gonna do the angle dance instead? No. Then you raise your hand for? Oh yeah, correct. You're right, Ralph. Yes, A and B. So altogether it's 12 textbook. Yeah. A and B. B is 5A and then you have 5B. This 5B and you have 5A. So altogether at primary 6, you have already used 12 different textbooks. Yeah. So likewise, for your science, you have 4 different topics, right? Huh? Four. And so there's a lot. So honestly, at the day before the exam, you're not going to be able to say, I want to revise the whole book. Yeah. So best you have a notebook of notes. Okay. Then you revise just that. Okay. Let's go on to the new chapter. Yesterday, for the past few days, we will be saying AK. We have done a few questions from the book. This one on page 116. Let's look at our workbook questions now. The workbook. Before we go to the workbook questions, let's try this one. Okay. This is page 118. Let's try this one. Then we do our workbook on triangles. We'll start on it. Okay. Can? So, few 3 minutes. 118 textbook. Okay, the homework done, right? Okay, then I have to use your textbook as the answer. Yeah, that's fine. This is homework, right? Okay, first textbook I use to wait for our next time. Sorry. So it says you want your piece of paper and then you write. Yeah, you can write it in the board on the board. Yeah. And marking it. Here you go. Now. Okay. Then I have to look at another person. Okay, human talking very happily. Human, can I have the textbook, please? Okay, thank you. Question one. PQ equals to. So you say you have done it, so you should be quite familiar with. Okay, so didn't have to give up as well. Yes, you have come. Yes. Oh, so it takes some from Pranabi. It takes some from Shivati. Okay, so previously Sushil, we were talking about really I think the same techniques you use for angles can be used here. You finish? Okay, can thank you. Can thank you. All right, so the same techniques that we use for the chapter of angles, we can use it here as well. Using our highlighter, using a ruler to see the lines, straight lines, and marking out the angles that we need to find. So the same strategies can be used. Okay, good attempt by Human. Human, thank you very much for your book. Later on, we'll move on to the segment of in the textbook again. But let's look at our text workbook now. Thank you very much. Huh? Okay, so again, I repeat myself. Those of you have completed, you get one stamp. Completed and all correct, you get another stamp. Okay, let's write our names. We're starting on a new chapter. Gentle reminder here. Next Monday, you need to hand in angles. Thank you. Next Monday, we'll hand. Sorry, I think it's your phone. Never mind. You want to check now? If there's anything urgent. Okay. Is there a call for your phone? Do you recognize? Okay. Can you mute your phone, please? Turn off the sound. Thank you. Okay. Right. So Monday, a reminder again, Monday you need to head in angles. Okay, thank you. We are looking at chapter 12 now. Welcome to the second last chapter of this of P5. Okay. Yes. Yes. Sorry? Anybody saw Doris worksheet? Okay, never mind. I have extra one here. You can use Hanabi's one first. She's not using it anymore. She'll probably be using another friend of hers. Use this one first. Okay. Now, yes, when we started out the previous chapter, I also mentioned there are three last chapters got to do with geometry. Chapter 11, angles. Chapter 12, properties of triangles. Chapter 13, the quadrilaterals on four-sided figures, parallelogram, rhombus, and trapezium. Chapter 13 is not in the exam. Okay? Chapter 11, chapter 12, they are in the exam. Okay? These three chapters got to do with angles, angles on lines, angles in shapes. Okay? Even though squares and rectangles are not mentioned, they are also included. You will see as part of recall here in chapter 13. Can see? Yeah. And just now we already discussed triangles can make out squares and rectangles too. Okay. Now, feeling okay so far? As you can see, we're really coming towards the end of P5 really very soon. Right now, until now, we have already finished 11 chapters, you know? Yeah. Okay, so good job, everybody. Let's persevere on last two. Okay, the same techniques have been used before. Previously, the first thing I started to do with you when we did angles was practicing naming, right? Right. So likewise, it's gonna be the same here. Let me give you 3 minutes to work on this page. Do you use a highlighter? Okay, good. 3 minutes, okay, on this page. So those of you who are done, you can try page 152. Okay? Sorry? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh. Sorry? Okay. Okay. Thank you, Dylan. Okay. Do you need a timer? Let's set a 2 minute timer. Okay, we'll do 2 minutes for this. It's a fairly short one. Those of you who have been really done, you can move on to page 152, okay? Then you wait for about 2 minutes only. Everybody got your worksheet, right? We can look into a textbook and see if you can find information on it. Give it a try first, okay? Don't want to tell you the answer yet. You give it a try, look for the answer. Okay, the goal is for us to finish triangles by next Wednesday. Then Thursday, if you finish everything by Wednesday, then Thursday you got no homework. And then you can celebrate Tuesday with no homework. Okay? Alright, let's try to aim for that. If I'm not wrong, it's on 25th of November. Sorry, 25th of October. 25th of October. 25th of October. So it's about 20 days, 25 days from now. That way, 25 plus a couple more days. Very fast. Okay, time's up. Okay, let's take a look at this. The same strategies that I will use. Uh, remember rules. Okay, very important. Use highlighter. Okay. And then we use the same thing as the previous chapter, right? Identify straight lines, set the ruler. Okay. And then mark out missing angles. Yep, the highlighter was my first one. Because for triangles, usually the information might be given first. So you practice your annotations first. Okay, position your ruler. I'll say use ruler, use protractor. Then which one? Yeah, mark out the identify straight line, use a ruler, mark out the missing angles, find out, yeah, which rule. Okay. Now, which rule is important in terms of if it's a if it's an equilateral triangle, if it's an isosceles triangle, what are the properties you are using? Okay, I wrote this four for this one, this chapter. The main ones are which rule? Use a highlighter. Okay, use a ruler, use protractor, mark out missing angles. Which rule are you going to use? The rules that you use for this chapter on triangles will be equilateral triangles, isosceles triangles, right angle triangles, things like that. Okay, and previously you already see some of your friends, their notes, right? They show you how they practice by themselves drawing the different types of triangles. Isosceles, equilateral, right angle, acute, obtuse. Can? Okay. So okay. So here, the first one is an equilateral triangle. Yeah. Mark out the if the clue is given for you already, then it's really is helpful. Then you just use the rules that is provided. That the clues are really given to you. Three equal sides. That means all sides are equal. So this one is 60. Oh, the degree symbol is already given. And then 10 and 10. The units are already given. So don't need to write the units for this one. Then the next one on isosceles triangle, you have two sides are equal. So we said, right, the put the arms up and see the cheeks. Like the cute emoticon. So DEF, this is 70. And this is 12 centimeter. So this is 10 cm, 10 centimeter, 60 degrees, 60 degrees. And 12 centimeter on two sides. And these two angles are same. Okay, and the last one on right angle triangle. This is the right angle. So angle JKL is 90 degree because it's a right angle. So angle JLK will be 40 degrees because JLK and KJL, these two will add up to be 90 degrees. Okay, okay, so far, right? Feeling okay? Yeah, manageable. Okay, moving on. Oops, the units also given. I habitually write units. Okay, I think it's a good habit to write units rather than a good bad habit to forget units. Okay, so you are still a habit already, right? That's very good. I rather you write the units than you forget to write units. Okay, moving on. Moving on. Okay. Okay. Was this difficult? We had the practice previously. We had a practice previously in our textbook for this. Okay, look at the clues given. I have for C, this side and this side are equal. I can draw a dash here. Yeah. So here, read the question. Group the triangles, write the letters in the table correctly. Read the question, read the question. So isosceles, I have C already. Okay. What else do I have? I have D also. This one, the clue is already given you the two equal lines. This one, the clue is given you the measurements. So you have B and C. The first one, A, is a right angle. Well, how we already finished the page 151. You go back and check out the video, okay? I'm recording this for Samantha and Jiahui to go catch up. So if you need to see, you can also go and see. Okay, A is right angle. B is isosceles. C is isosceles. What about D? Okay, equilateral, very good. So you see 60, 60, 60. This is the clue. So 60, 60, 60 is equilateral. That's D. E is right. F is equilateral. G is isosceles, very good. Okay. And H is right angle, very good. Was this difficult? No, huh? Okay. I like it that you have that confidence. Oh, this is getting very good, huh? To be honest with you, some of our friends might find this really challenging. What I'm hearing from you now is that most of you are very that this is okay. Some of us may find it really challenging because in I really don't know what you see in your eyes. Your eyes are yours. Some of your friends may be looking at it, their own triangle, ma. They cannot really tell. Okay. The only triangle that I know when I was primary one was this one. Right. Something like that, right? The other don't know what they. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now, okay, then we move on to This one, level 2. Level 2, you have to, see with your eyes. Okay, if you're unsure, you use pencil first. Okay, you try first. Okay, I'll give you some time to try. Then I will do it with you. Okay, 3 minutes, can? Yeah, it's like a demon. Hello, focus. You need to practice focusing. Hello, you need to practice focusing. Yesterday is one lesson for you already. You will wait late for finishing the exam paper. During the exam time, there will not be extra time given to you. You gotta stay focused. Okay? Don't get distracted. Okay, I think we are in really good speed. While we are doing, I want to show you something. So, it looks like the Optimus Prime, right? The face here, right? It looks like a dagger. Looks like what? Indian man. Oh, this is very creative. Wait, let me stop share first. Okay, our friend says, I'm recording here. Okay. Our friend say you tilt over, you see what? What do you see? Indian man. Oh, the beard. Okay. That's really cute. Okay. So it really depends on how you see, yeah. Okay, anyway, I was about to show you this. When I first saw it, I thought it looks like Optimus Prime. Then I also thought it looks like Turbo and Two Strings, this character. You know this character? Yeah. I thought it's Turbo and Two Strings. It looks really like show you the trailer. Here we go. Just hey, epic adventure unfolds. Which one?
If you must blink, do it now. Pay careful attention to everything you see. No matter how unusual it may seem. If you look away, even for an instant, then our hero will surely perish. It is time to follow my own path. My name is Kubo. This is my story.
Your magic is growing stronger, but when we grow stronger, the world grows more dangerous. Cool.